It is time to start our fall seeds. So these are all the seeds I'm going to start tonight. Most of them consist of some cauliflower, a couple, I think just one broccoli, some kale. I also have some basils and other herbs. All of these are crops that I want to start indoors, especially things like the broccoli and cauliflower. They really do prefer cooler temperatures, and our highs are still in the 90s, even 100s later this week. So I definitely don't want to start those outdoors. Just a note, I am a little late. It is the end of August here in Oklahoma, central Oklahoma, zone 7A. So if you are following along with me in the similar zone, you probably should have already done this, but I have the supplies, I have the seeds. I'm going to go ahead and start. We may have a later first frost. It's worth putting in the 20-30 minutes to see if I can get some crop out of it. So let's go ahead and fill these up with the soil I've prepared. The soil over here is just a potting mix mixed with a seed starting mix that is then wetted down, kind of like a 50-50 mix. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these filled, and then we can start our seeds. I'm going to start off with a couple of basils. The three that I've chosen are this basil cardinal, and it has these really beautiful red flowers. I'm also going to go ahead and plant some of this mammoth basil and some tulsi, holy basil. None of these I got around to planting this year, and we have plenty of time in our growing season, so I think they should be okay to do 60 to 90 days. If I have the seeds, I'm going to go ahead and do it. So the 60 to 90 days is on this like giant basil. Gardener hands. I think the others should be okay. And I'm gonna sow these kind of thick because I can then separate them. I mean, it's basil, it should be fine. That one is mammoth. Where can I put that? We'll do mammoth, tulsi, and then I think I'll do one. Oh, hello. There's one here at the top just waiting to come out. And then I'll do two of the cardinal, I think. Ooh, those all just came out. So mammoth, tulsi, and cardinal. This cardinal says it is a wonderful dual purpose basil with a strong aroma. A little goes a long way in the kitchen. So I think that one would be a good one for us. The current basils we have right now are Thai basil. I think we have a little bit of lemon basil. We also have the basil perpetuo, I think, the one that doesn't flower and is really pretty, variegated. Oh, I love when they come in these little bitty tiny containers. So this is a special seed. I think these are the ones they count by hand. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that is what I've heard them say when they have these little bitty packets inside. Are any gonna come out? Oh, there we go. Gonna put some there. Are there any more even in here? That was like 6 seeds. Oh, okay, there's a couple more. Okay, I'm gonna get my little labels here. And I think for basil, I'll do green. So these are just little markers that I got on Amazon. They are good for seed starting, but not out in the garden because when I set them out in the garden, they do this. Just like that. The noise and everything. Let me get these written down. Do mammoth. Tulsi. Cardinal. I think I'll just put it in this one, because I know that one is also cardinal. Okay, next up I have a couple kale that I'm going to start. I have this dazzling blue kale from Baker Creek, and I grew this spring, but the cabbage worms absolutely destroyed it. So trying again, I'm gonna get them well established before putting them out. And then I also want to do this dinosaur kale. I see dinosaur kale everywhere, and it makes me want to do it. So we are doing it this year. We'll start with the dazzling blue kale. And I like using washi tape to seal my seed packets, because I know some of them do like okay sealing, but washi tape is really like the top secret. So I'm gonna just start a couple in that one, a couple in that one. I don't think it's very deep. Oh, it's 1/2 inch, okay. Smoosh. Smoosh that in there. He loves that ball. Are you having a good time, Mochi? So we are now planting the dinosaur kale. And I'm gonna do 2 containers of this one. I'm probably planting too many seeds, but this is my first time fall planting. I missed some. I was so tired of the garden last fall, literally so tired. I did not do any fall planting. I don't think I planted anything after July or August, because I was just done. So we are trying something new this year, and we'll see how it goes. DB kale for those 2. And dino kale for those 2. Normally I would also put the date that I've sown these, but since I have a video recollection of what I'm doing, I'm not too worried about that. Okay, next I'm going to try this purple sprouting broccoli. It says it has 65 days to maturity plus 10 to 21 to germinate. And this is a classic favorite in the garden, mostly used for sprouting, but once full maturity is reached, dark purple heads will form. Eaten fresh, they will retain their purple hue. However, once cooked, they will turn green. And I have tried cauliflower before, but never sprouting broccoli, and spoiler alert, none of those got heads. So I'm gonna hedge my bets with some of this purple sprouting broccoli. I'm actually gonna plant 4 flats of those, I think 2 or 3 seeds each, just so I can make sure that I cover all my beds. Doesn't say how deep, but they're pretty small, so I don't think it's that deep. Typically the rule of thumb is that you want to plant the seed as deep as it is long, wide, something like that. Mochi, are you okay? What do you have? What is that? Gross. Okay, next up I have this chard. This is the peppermint stick variety. Edible landscaping chard has crispy 2-tone stalks striped in hot pink and white that are eye-catching against their vibrant green leaves. And I'm pretty sure I read that you can use it, yeah, so you can eat the stalks in the leaves. And I think I saw one person say you can eat it like celery. So I think I'm gonna try that. Also, it's pink. Who doesn't love pink? And these seeds are huge, especially compared to some of the ones that we had just planted. So how deep? 1/2 inch deep. So I'm gonna go 3, I think, in each of these. Wait. Distracted and forgot that I planted broccoli in those. Don't get distracted while seed starting. Let me just go ahead and throw these in the green one, and then we'll get those labeled. Bless you. Don't get distracted, don't get distracted, don't get distracted, don't get distracted. Red for broccoli, because that makes so much sense. Pea sprouting broccoli. Pea sprout brock. For this, what was that? That was a dino kale, I think. No. Is that this one? Oh, that was a chard. I'm losing it, guys. Pep stick chard. We got this. Just a little bit more to go. Okay. Okay, next up I have this Romanesco cauliflower. It has a really pretty like spiral designs. The little back of the seed packet says it has a delicious nutty flavor and a texture similar to cauliflower. Easier to grow for a fall harvest as a warm spring may delay heads until fall. So this is the reason I didn't plant it this spring. Our summers, well, our springs get really hot really quick. So I'm going to try for a fall harvest. My fiance really wanted to grow this one. We are going ahead and getting this in. And the seed depth is 1/4 of an inch, so not too much. So I'm just gonna sprinkle these on top. 2, 3, 4 maybe each. That one actually had a little bit more. And these can all be separated if they all sprout for some miraculous reason. These can all be separated and put into bigger pots once they've grown up. So that one was the Romanesco. We're gonna go with a red Romanesco right there. Beautiful. And then the last couple I have here is this German chamomile. And it says to start indoors. Oh, that's before last frost. It says it can grow up to 20 inches tall and can produce hundreds of flower heads if properly maintained. So it says it's ideal for making a homemade calming tea, drying for decorations, or making perfume. Oh, it does say cold stratify. Actually, this one I'm gonna save, but I am gonna plant lemon balm. If you haven't smelled lemon balm, it smells amazing. So I'm gonna plant probably 2 of these since lemon balm is in the mint family, I believe. So you'll want to keep it contained. And I no longer have very many containers available. So I'm just gonna plant a little bit and then I can find a space for it in the garden somewhere. Let me label this before I forget. And I also want to plant these toothache plants. I got these last spring and I have yet to plant them. This is an annual and it possesses a numbing quality when chewed. So a lot of people can use them for toothaches. And it also says it has other herbal uses and it makes these really pretty textured like flowers. They do like a cooler temp. So it says ideal temperature is 70 degrees. We won't have that for quite a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these started inside. Why do I keep doing that? It's only Monday, y'all. I haven't even made it to Friday. Well, there may be some toothache plants in with my Romanesco. That's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, I think that is good. I'm gonna go ahead and give these a quick water over the top just to let everything settle in and they'll go under the grow lights. This is just the initial over the top water. You really want to do an initial water just to make sure all the soil surrounds your seeds, because if it finds like an air pocket, it will not grow because it needs that soil to be surrounding it and it needs that medium to get the water and nutrition that it will eventually need. All right, that's all I've got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you get to start your fall seeds. If you do, let me know in the comments what you're growing this fall. We'll see you next time.